guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have got another sub EZA Gotenks here. This is a base form STR Gotenks. Now, I think, upon learning exactly how this guy works and when some of these percentages actually kick in, I do think that the AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks is probably superior, but I look at what this character's doing, and I can still see a path for him at least potentially being maybe an effective, last option. Again, with a character like this, sub EZA, I think one of the major things we really would be looking at here with him is some of the category teams he's on, and if he can buff weaker teams. And with this Gotenks, sure enough, of course, Gotenks is on many, many weak category teams, right? So with him potentially able to buff some of these weaker teams, I do think that him at least being runnable and having some decent tools in his kit is very good, considering he's just a sub EZA. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We have our STR Gotenks, so let's go ahead and start talking about what Gotenks does. Now, he does have, I believe, two 200% leader skills. He's on LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team, and he's also on Int Majin Vegeta's team. I guess either sort of works for him, but at the same time doesn't work for this Gotenks, because this Gotenks does want to be run essentially on a Heavenly Events category team. This Gotenks gets 1 key, 50% attack and defense, and a 20% chance to crit and a 20% chance to dodge per Heavenly Events category characters on the team. So moving forward, if you're going to use this character in content, I think an effective place would be again, if there's going to be a Heavenly Events for burst mode or a legendary event mission or something like that, I feel like this Gotenks as a floating character. I, of course, gave him a full dodge build. He's already got dodge in his kit right there. So I think, sort of maximizing him dodging is probably one of the most effective things that we could do. And then with those extra stats, I think that extra key he gets from, having the Heavenly Events characters could be pretty good as well. He gets, let's see. So the issue with this Gotenks, right, he gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Sure. 50% attack and defense on super attack. Sure. Now here's the problem portion of his kit. He gets 100% attack, a 30% chance to crit, and a 30% chance to dodge as the first attacker in a turn. The problem is that all procs when he attacks. So on this rotation, that 30% chance to dodge right there as the first attacker in a turn doesn't activate until he attacks. So those first 2 attacks would if we're in a tough red zone stage, it would wipe him out. Now, I think it's probably not the biggest deal. You wouldn't run him in slot 1 usually. But if you're running this guy in a full Heavenly Events team, he'll still have a 40% chance to dodge, maybe as a floater. He certainly could help players, right? I think that these Gotenks characters, one thing about them is they're on enough weak teams, they will help in some manner, for sure. But if we look at it, if you get a clean, if we were only being hit after Gotenks attack on slot 1, it could be a no-brainer to run him in slot 1 right there. Now, keep in mind, we only have 1 extra Heavenly Events character on rotation right here. In 2 turns, we'll have 2 Heavenly Events characters. All right, so we're at 152k defense. Gotenks also gets 30% defense from a super attack effect, and he also gives allies 30% attack for 1 turn as part of a super attack effect. I really wish, this is a sub EZA level character, so, they're not going to do this, but I really wish they would make that a 2-turn buff. It would be very interesting if it was a 2-turn buff. It would help out for sure. All right, so let's see what Gotenks gets. So, again, he's at 152k defense right here. We're getting 30% from his super attack effect, and we're getting 50% from super attack, and that's pretty much it, huh? Yeah, because his extra buffs from Heavenly Events allies, that would already be procced and stuff like that. Link set here for Gotenks. He has Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Innocence, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle. So, alright, let's go ahead and see what our boy Gotenks is going to give us on this turn in terms of his attack stat and stuff like that. Okay, sure, nice dodge. And Gotenks gives us a 5.44. Yeah, the AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks is definitely just superior, right? Because he's a support. It seems like his stats are just a little bit better, and he's supporting. Whereas this STR Gotenks, I mean, he's not really supporting too much. He is, I guess, if you run him in slot 1, if you can get away with it, he could be supporting a bit. But, yeah, I mean, this guy... It's funny, a lot of what I'm seeing I don't like, but I still think that he's on such weak category teams that you can definitely get value from this guy on such weak teams. And even if his, like, I think sort of like attack numbers look pretty low, because I was in slot 1 right there. His attack numbers look pretty low, his, you know, defense looks pretty low, but he does have that dodge, right? Characters that can dodge, I mean, you're always going to be able to, you know, make some stuff happen with dodging characters. See, this is exactly what we wouldn't want right here, is the turn starts and the boss is attacking 50 times like that. That's why this type of character, like this mechanic, where these characters will get some sort of defensive effect in slot 1 when they attack, like, the devs, like, they gotta realize, like, that shit is just awful, right? But, I mean, I guess they don't, because along with this Majin Vegeta, right, don't forget that this character came out. They would definitely have Saiyan Warrior Race, right? This character came out. No, they don't have Saiyan Warrior Race. God damn it. They'd have Saiyan Lineage for sure, right? This character came out. The STR Trunks and Goten. That was such a bummer. That STR Trunks and Goten, if they were really good, they could have helped out Majin Vegeta a lot, right? So, alright, we're at 247k right here. Wow, his defense a lot higher. Between the extra support plus another Heavenly Events category character, our stats are looking a lot better on this rotation. Yeah, you really do want to run this Gotenks with Heavenly Events characters. That does seem pretty important. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we get in terms of an attack stat on this turn. Alright, he dodged that. That was either his full dodge build or maybe the Heavenly Events. 8 million he gets up to. I mean, that's pretty good for a sub EZA. And then remember, he is giving all allies 30% attack for the turn as well. Okay. So, I mean, we've already seen a couple of good rotations right here. We've seen a rotation where he doesn't have a full Heavenly Events rotation. We've seen a rotation where he does have a full Heavenly Events rotation. So, I guess we're getting some footage. That turn, Super Saiyan Vegeta's support may have been active as well, I guess. So I think whenever I'm using this Super Saiyan Vegeta, I do think it's important to get a couple of extra turns, you know, to sort of see like what characters look like with and without this guy's support. Because again, that Super Saiyan Vegeta's support, it really is incredibly noticeable and incredibly powerful as well, right? Like you can really feel those extra buffs kicking in once Vegeta gets hit that third time. All right, so we have Int Gotenks here. Oh, you sealed, did you? No, you didn't. No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. Nope, not happening. No. We're going to get rid of that. All right, so we have a full Heavenly Events rotation right here with no... Well, I was going to say with no support, but I guess Int Gotenks is supporting. Or AGL Gotenks is supporting real quick. All right, let's see what Int Gotenks does right here. After this, I'm going to cut. And I wanna come back on a full Heavenly Events rotation, but I want to see what Gotenks' damage looks like on a full Heavenly Events rotation, but we're not in slot 1. Because remember, in slot 1, he gets the 100% attack buff, the medium % chance to crit as the first attacker in a turn, but most situations, I don't think it's a good idea to even try and get away with that, right? So, alright, let's cut ahead. Again, another full Heavenly Events rotation, and then we'll have him in like slot 2 or 3. Alright guys, so let's just go ahead and take a look at what Gotenks does not in slot 1, right? We saw this same rotation a little bit earlier on. Again, now we just won't be in slot 1 for it where he gets the extra buffs. 190k defense right there, again, those same links with AGL Gotenks. Let's see what STR Gotenks can do for us in terms of his attack stat. Again, some of his stats definitely don't look the most impressive, so it is, I think, definitely going to be, you know, dodging being very important. Gets up to 5.29 right there. Okay. So we're kind of seeing the level of what this STR Gotenks is. All right, so the 40% chance to dodge from his passive did not activate there, or the dodge from our potential system. But there is STR Gotenks. I think he's an okay-ish kinda unit, but he's helped by the fact that he's on just some really terrible teams. So it's like almost no matter how bad they make him, I feel like he will have some effectiveness there. Why don't we just go ahead and add in the Majin Vegeta Final Explosion right here, right? Been a little while since I've played this. Let's cook this up.
貴様の片付け方が分かったぞ。やっとな。貴様を倒すには二度と修復できないよう粉々に吹っ飛ばすことだ。さらばだ。ブルマ、トランクス、そしてカカロット。
Alright, this is Victory at Hand Gotenks. His leader skill is 100% HP, and then he gets 100% attack and defense when HP is 30% or above. Well, 3 key and 100% attack and defense when HP is 30% or above. Very weird leader skill, very bizarre. They could have just made it like 3 key, 100% of stats. I don't know, this is odd. It doesn't matter, but it's odd. His super attack is the Kamehameha, which raises defense by 30% for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then gives allies a 30% attack buff for 1 turn. His passive skill, Resounding Laugh, gives him 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets an additional 50% attack and defense when performing a super attack. Then he gets an additional 100% attack, 30% chance to crit, and 30% chance to dodge as the first attacker in a turn. Again, that does activate when he actually attacks, though. So any attacks that would be aimed at him in slot 1 before Gotenks himself is attacked means that dodge chance would not be active, which just hurts him quite a bit, right? Then Gotenks gets 1 key and an additional 50% attack and defense, and a 20% chance to crit and a 20% chance to dodge per Heavenly Events category ally attacking in the same turn. So the real way you probably would use this character is as like a floater, again in like burst mode or something like that. Full Heavenly Events team, and as like a floater, he's still got the 40% chance to crit and 40% chance to dodge, plus the extra 100% to stats. You know, as like a floater. It's probably what you want to do with this Gotenks. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, the Innocence, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle. Gotenks' 12 key multiplier is 135%. It's a little bit more of a normal number than what AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks had. And then finally, one of the huge assets to these Gotenks characters is that this Gotenks is on a lot of small, niche, and not great teams. So he's on the Fusion team, he's a heavy option for. There, of course, is like the Hybrid Saiyan team, which, you know, honestly, a lot of the older Hybrid Saiyans are not that good anymore, right? He's on the Majin Buu Saga team, which certainly could use more help. He's down here on the youth category team, always good to get more options there. Then he's also over here on the Kamehameha category team, because super attack is the Kamehameha. He's also over here on the special pose category team, Gamma 2's team. Then he's over here on the rapid growth team as well. Good for that team for sure to get more options. He's also on Connected Hope, although Connected Hope is looking really nasty at the top, right? Holy. Then he's also on the Gifted Warrior category team. Gotenks is also on the Heavenly Events category team. That's a team that could always use more buffs for sure. Then Gotenks is also on the Time Limit category team right there. Then he is here on the Entrusted Will team. Then Gotenks is also on the Fused Fighter category, the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta category. And then finally, he is here on the Earthbred Fighter category team. So, let me know what you guys think of this sub-EZA STR Gotenks. I think he's okay-ish. You know, I definitely could see with his dodge and his crit and stuff like that, a little bit of value when it comes to utilizing him. You know, again, legendary event missions, burst mode type content on one of these weaker teams. I could see this Gotenks being effective. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.